start off with just some injury stuff. Gould, Sampson, and Taekwon won't practice today. We'll see how the week progresses with those three guys. Looking forward to a great opportunity to go to Berlin this week with our team to take on the Falcons, a really good, talented football team. Obviously had a great experience over there a couple of years in Frankfurt that we enjoyed. Like I said, looking at the Falcons, really talented on both sides of the football. Offensively, Bijan Robinson's one of the best in the league, doing it at the running back position. Drake London's a hell of a receiver, Pitt's a hell of a tight end. So we just got to be ready for those guys. And on the flip side of it, I think, Bates and Terrell on the back end for them are really good players. The two young edge rushers are really good. Pearson Walker can really come off the ball. So we got to be on it there with those guys, but we're looking forward to the challenge and the opportunity to go play those guys. And then lastly, obviously, really excited about adding Sauce Gardner to our football team. His resume speaks for itself, Pro Bowler, All-Pro. So to get a guy into the building like that, it just elevates everybody around us. So really excited to add him to the fold.
Will he be able to play this week?
Yeah, we'll look through it. He's in the protocol right now, so hopefully he'll clear that here soon is the hope. And then obviously we'll see how he picks up the playbook, and we'll go from there.
So today, he can be out there?
He will be practicing today.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be out there.
So if he clears, he'll play.
That's the plan.
Just the move is obviously pretty hefty. You have 2 first-round picks for Sauce, but for that caliber player, what's your impression of him just facing him, I guess, over the years?
Sure, my impression is, like you said, he's an unbelievable player. To get a bona fide #1 corner in this league, like I said, it elevates everybody around us. He's got all the elite traits you look for. He's sticky in coverage, the pass breakups, the interceptions. He's feisty, he's aggressive. Just to add that to the fold of the back end with the guys we already got back there, like I said, it's going to elevate everybody. So I think just a great get by Chris getting him.
How much do you think this move solidifies the belief in the team you already have, whether it's Jones at quarterback, obviously the offense is rolling, and some of the moves you already made leading up to this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge move, and we got a lot of belief in our football team. And when you make moves like that, it's huge, right? It boosts the confidence of everybody, and our football team's in a good spot. And again, I keep this, my message to the guys is the same every day. We got to get better every day and focus on today and not worry about the future. But we got to get ready to go play Atlanta this week, and that's the message.
You talked about the DBs and D-line working in concert together and play complementary football. How does getting a guy like Sauce help that D-line group maybe get home, maybe like on average?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think when you're sticky on the back end with the coverage guys that we got and adding him to the fold, obviously, that makes the quarterback probably hang on to the ball a little more, which helps the pass rush. And it goes hand in hand. The same thing, pass rush helps the coverage on the back end. So anytime you add an elite player like that to the back end, it's going to help everybody.
Shane, you don't make a move like this unless you really believe that your team is in the mix to do something big. I mean, what should people interpret based on your willingness to make this deal?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is too, I mean, obviously there's a lot of outside noise of this is going to happen, this is what they're doing. Like our focus, like I've said all along, we got to get better today. That's where our focus is at. We're not worried about the future. We're about getting better today and getting ready to go play the Falcons. And then the future will take care of itself. But if we worry about the future, right, that's going to hurt us in the long run. So we got to worry about today and get better.
You guys have obviously gotten Mooney. In your experience as a play caller, how difficult is it when you have like 2 legit top corners? You kind of have to pick your poison where it's wrong.
Yeah, it's very difficult, and that's a problem. Obviously, as an offensive guy looking at defenses, you go around the league and you go against 2 elite corners. You got to try to find ways to free your guys up because they're going to be sticky in coverage. So it's great for our football team to have those 2 guys along with the other guys we got there, Jones and Blackman and Kenny on the back end and Bynum and Nick Cross. To add those guys, add him to the fold of what we got back there is huge for our football team.
So clarify on that, the expectation is that Javarius Ward will be right back to his usual self at some point this season.
Yeah, at some point he'll be ready to go.
Ryan Mason, I think, was maybe with him in Cincinnati. Are there any connections staff-wise with Sauce at all?
I know Mason, like you said, was with him. He had a lot of great things to say about him. Just the competitor that he is and just how he is on the football field, how he's in the building, just a great human being. So, and then obviously the Alec Pierce connection. Good to get those guys back together. I saw them, hugging each other in the training room this morning. They were excited to see each other. So, like I said, just great to have a great player.
The decision to move on from A.D. Mitchell, I don't know if you had a chance to talk to him, but just that whole side of it.
Yeah, I did. We talked to him, before the trade happened, right before it happened, and obviously I got a lot of respect for AD. I think AD is a very talented player. This is, part of the business. And like I said, I wish him all the best. I hope he goes and has great success in New York.
What was Lou's reaction?
Fired up, excited. I think everyone's fired up. Anytime you can add an elite player to your football team, I think the energy level and the juice level adds excitement all around the building.
We're only a few days into the week, but how have you seen guys respond since such an uncharacteristic loss on Sunday?
Yeah, they've been great. I think even the team meeting after the loss, just going over the game review with the guys, the energy, they were still upbeat. Obviously, we got to control the controllables like we talked about, take care of the football, those different things, but control what we control, have a great week of preparation, and go get ready for Atlanta.
When you,
Is this something that you would say has been in the works for a couple of weeks? Is it something that really transpired over a couple of days? What can you tell us about just how this move came together?
Yeah, Chris handles all that stuff, and so he obviously, you go through your process. He went through his process, and obviously got it done there.
when you give Lou unique pieces, I mean, he's very creative, obviously. Just what do you think, what kind of possibilities, I guess, does it open up when you give him a piece like this?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think, like you said, he's very creative in how, he goes about game planning, specifically, week in and week out. And so to add a player like that, this other stuff he can do and matchups that we can create, it'll be exciting to watch here over, this week and going forward.
What goes into keeping the schedule normal if there's an overseas trip involved?
Yeah, I mean, we try to keep it as normal as possible. Like today's our normal Wednesday, tomorrow's our normal Thursday, and then obviously when we get out there, there'll be little adjustments here and there, but as far as the meetings go and the practice and stuff, we try to keep it as normal as possible. And that way, we're laser focused. I told our guys this morning, like, where our focus goes, our energy flows. And we got to have a great focus so we have great energy so we can go out and perform, on Sunday at a high level.
Shane, you're on the world stage, obviously, this week. What do you hope the world learns about the Colts? Because obviously a lot of eyes outside of America are going to be watching you guys.
Yeah, I think anytime you go overseas and play in a different country, it's great for the National Football League in general. Obviously the game is evolving. It's becoming an international game. You see players coming in from the NFL from all over the place now. And I think it's a great opportunity for our organization. I think it's a great opportunity for the NFL just to see how big, the NFL is becoming on a global stage. So I think it's going to be great to get over there and go in front of fans. I know they wear all types of different jerseys. I'm sure there's going to be whistles and bells and all that different things. And, it's going to be a real exciting and great experience for our team.
Shane, I know there are some steps for Sauce to clear to be available for Sunday. Given how complex and Lou's scheme is, what are the things that he's going to have to do to get up to speed with this defense to potentially play games?
Yeah, I think really it just comes down to the comfortability with the calls and all those. Obviously, he's in meetings and getting it all locked in right now. And then we'll go out to practice, see how he adapts. But again, a smart player, I mean, if you're an all-pro, Pro Bowler, you're probably pretty smart and you probably understand football pretty good. I think he'll pick it up well.
Were the aspects of his game that maybe both impressed you the most and also you feel like fit well with the other guys that you have in that secondary and their strengths?
Yeah, I think his coverage is elite. I think the way he covers receivers one-on-ones, how tight he is in coverage, how aggressive he is. He's long. I mean, he's 6'3", and he can change directions, get on receivers like crazy. So obviously going against them over the years and now to get him here, like I said, just an elite player that we got.
Could you sense his perhaps level of excitement just having this opportunity to come here?
Yeah, I mean, had a chance to talk to him on the phone yesterday. We texted back and forth a little bit, talked to him just a little bit this morning, but I think he's excited for a new chapter, in his career and being around the guys that we got. Like I said, adding him to the fold, I think he's excited.
Shane, what do you remember about when Chris first told you that it was possible that Sauce was coming here?
Pure excitement. I mean, to get an elite player, I think anytime you can get an elite player in this league to help your football team win it, like I said earlier, it elevates everybody.
The fact that it's not a rental, that obviously changes the equation, right?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, anytime you can get a young player at 24 years old at the talent level that he's got, I mean, that's huge for our football team, moving forward in the long run.
Shane, do you believe you all are a contender, or how do you deal with that sort of talk?
I don't listen to it, to be completely honest. I worry about, like I said today, we got to get better today.
Shane,
Couple more.
Lou mentioned this a little bit yesterday, but Atlanta's skill talent, how premium will be tackling against these guys? Obviously, we played them a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's a big point. Obviously, we got to tackle. Bijan Robinson's a hell of a runner. His start and stop is elite. His jump cuts, we got to get him down on the ground. just like every team that goes against them, you know, is trying to get them down on the ground, and same thing, and making sure we're good on the back end and coverage with the tight end and the receivers they got, and just play together as a unit.